It's been more than a month since Texas' near total ban on abortions went into effect, leading many women to cross over to neighboring states. They can barely keep up with demand.
Tonight, we're learning more women are traveling much farther than that. CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey joins us live. Megan, some are traveling all the way to Chicago.
Right, Brad and Erica, the majority of women are flying in, others traveling 1,000 or so miles by car. Over the last month, Planned Parenthood of Illinois says more and more patients are making that difficult trek.
It is not an option.
Just days ago, thousands rallied in the Loop.
We're standing for women,
demanding the continued right of women to have access to safe, legal abortions, a right that women in Texas who are more than 6 weeks pregnant no longer have as of September 1st.
We started seeing patients within days of that law going into effect.
Dr. Amy Whitaker is an abortion provider and chief medical officer of Planned Parenthood of Illinois, overseeing 17 health centers across the state, the majority in the Chicagoland area.
And I was actually just 5 days over the 6-week mark.
I spoke to one of those Texas patients over the phone, a college freshman who asked us to conceal her identity. Her first ultrasound was a day after the Texas law passed. She told me she made the difficult decision to travel all the way to Chicago because of the availability of flights.
There was just so much more pressure on me, even with the situation already in hand. No woman should ever experience something like this.
Dr. Whitaker pointed out that not everyone has the resources to come this far.
But the people it affects the most are the people who are already facing barriers to health care.
Dr. Whitaker says that if the Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, she expects the number of women coming to Illinois for abortions will grow.
We really expect, if bans like this keep going into effect, that Illinois is going to see a disproportionate number of patients coming from around the Midwest and around the country.
Now, when asked about it last month, Governor Pritzker said, quote, no one should be forced to cross state lines to see a doctor. Illinois is one of about 18 states that have expanded or protected abortion access. Erica?
Megan, does Planned Parenthood of Illinois have any concerns about accepting too many patients?
Right now, they said they have trained medical experts. They have people to handle these cases, but they worry that if other states join that ban, if they also ban abortions, that could tax the system here in Illinois. Erica.
All right. Megan Hickey, thank you.